Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to everyone? Okay, so let's start. Today we'll finish the class a little early. Okay, I have to take an extra class of other section, so we'll finish it five minutes early, 5-10 minutes. Alright, so today we'll start with the role of MIS at various levels. Okay, various organizational levels. Now, by levels we mean the hierarchical structure, the three levels, the upper level, the top level, the middle level, and the lower level. Now, these levels are known by some other names as well, with reference to the subject that we are studying. Okay, so what do we call them? The the three levels are operational level, planning level, and the control level, or we can say tactical level. Now we'll see at every department. Okay, now I have divided all the levels, and we'll cover the activities or the practices or use of MIS under each department. What are the uses of MIS in each of the departments that are involved in an organization? Okay. So firstly we'll see the production information function system. The objective of production management function is to provide manufacturing services to the organization. This involves the manufacturing of products of a certain specified quality and within certain cost in a stipulated time, fulfilling the promises given to the customers. Okay, so production department, the main objective of the production department is to do the manufacturing for the company. Now, manufacturing of products does not mean that we just keep on making the products or making the finished goods. Okay, we also have to keep in mind two very important things, which is, the first one is a specified quality. Every organization, every company sets a standard of quality that they need to maintain in order to sell their product at a certain price. Okay, now to maintain that price, it is also very important to maintain the cost of the product. So we should not exceed the cost, but we should also maintain the quality. So that is the challenge. Excuse me. The production management function is supported by other functions like production, planning and control, industrial engineering, maintenance, and quality and control. Okay, so these are the activities that, or the functions that are performed in under production management. It has a very strong interface with materials management function. The organization of production management differs according to the types of production, that is job shop or continuous. Now, what does job shop mean? This is a sort of a working pattern that is followed, in which the manufacturing takes place only when the orders are placed. Okay, so it is not continuous production. Only when order is placed or order is received, only then is the manufacturing done. It also varies with the production policy of the organization, like whether the production is initiated against a customer order or for stock. Okay, so whether it has to be continuous or based on the orders that have been placed. Okay, and then the system methodology differs with respect to the manufacturing technology the organization has adopted. Okay, so when we start designing the production management system, we need to know what type of technology or what is the working pattern of the organization's production department. The goal of the production management are fuller utilization of the manufacturing capacity, minimum rejection, maximum uptime of plant and equipment, meeting the delivery promises. The function is of key importance when business strength is in technology and manufacturing and the market for product and services exist. The function is pegged with the responsibility of managing high investment in plant, equipment and machinery. It also has to control the large labor force at its disposal. Now, these are the things that have to be included under a production management system as well. Okay, so when a production management system is designed for the production department, these are the activities that it should keep under reminder or keep in mind, or should be designed to upkeep with these activities. Okay, so what are the activities? Fuller utilization of manufacturing capacity. For example, no machine should be left idle. Okay, so you may have studied under cost accounting, you may have studied the idle time for machineries. So that is the time that is being wasted, which could be used in production. Then minimal rejection. Now here we are talking about the quality maintenance. Minimal rejection means at the time of quality check, a lot of products are rejected in order to maintain the quality of the lot. Okay, then maximum uptime of plant and equipment. So uptime means working time should be maximum that has been set as standard to meet the delivery promises. Okay, then moving on, inputs of production management information system. And what are the things that it requires? What all things or what all information that we feed into it? The production management is conducted through innumerable transactions. They relate to planning, issuing and controlling the various tasks involved in the course of production. Process planning sheet, quality assurance rating form. Now these are the inputs that are taken by the production management information system in order to work out the utility of the production management department, or we can say the efficiency of that department. Quality assurance rating form, the form that has to be filled after the rating of the quality of the lot or the stock. Then planning sheet means what is the proposed amount of production that has to be taken or done in the maybe in the next month, in the next year, or next 2 months, whatever. Okay, then production schedule, the same thing, what how many units should be produced every day, what is the rate that has to be maintained. This has again come. So then job cards. What are job cards? Can anybody tell me what job cards mean? No? Okay, so job cards basically mean it is sort of a record, helps in maintaining a record of what is the amount of production that is done by each of the employees. Okay, so it's sort of a record that they maintain in order to update the system what is their progress. Okay, so each employee's progress is recorded through their own job cards. Okay, then finished goods advice. So finished goods that have been stored in the stock, what has to be done with those with that stock, that has to be fed into the system. Okay, that has to be told to the system so that the necessary actions can be initiated. Then material requisition, the required amount of raw material that has to be ordered, or let's say also the amount of stock has to be mentioned or fed into the system. What is the current level of stock, how much stock is left of raw material we are talking about. Okay, not the finished goods. So how much stock of material is left, has it reached the minimum order quantity, if it has, have we placed the order, if the order has been placed, has the shipment been received or not. Okay, so material requisition. Then customer orders, what are the orders that have been placed that have to be filled into the or input into the system, so that the records can be maintained in order to keep up with the dates and timeline of production. Then breakdown advice, what happens if there is a breakdown, what is to be done, or where has the breakdown occurred. Okay, what is the action that is required to be taken. Again, material requirement is repetitive. Then and production program. So these are the things that have to be fed into the system in order to help the system to function effectively. Next we come to the production management, also uses standard and norms, standards and norms extensively developed over a period of time as input in the system. So standard and norms means the it may be related to the standard of quality, the standard of production, the time that should be used in producing each of the unit. All those are come under standards and norms. Okay, So we can say these are the rules and regulations that adhere to the production. These are generally known as production rate, available capacity, labor components, material usage standard, rejection norms, etc. Documents mentioned above are indicative and may be more or less different depending upon the type of production and nature of production of industry. The input data in each transaction would also vary from industry to industry, as would the production technology adopted by the organization. The system and procedures used by the organization in performing the production function also varies respectively. Okay, so this is very self-explanatory, so I'm not explaining it any further. Is there anything that you did not understand in whatever we covered up till now? All right, so moving on, last point that we will study today under production management information system is the components that are part of the production management information system. The components are first is sales department to find out what the customer wants and to compare this with what the firm can provide. So the first component is the sales department. It is connected to the sales department. First interaction has to be done with the sales department in order to know the requirements of the customers and compare it with what the firm can provide. Okay, then second is design department to design new requirements and new modifications in established items, either to bring them up to date or to make them meet a specific requirement of the customer. So the second component is attached with the design department. Whatever products we purchase, you may have seen that with time and there is development in either the design of the product, the features of the product, or maybe say the packaging, the size of the product. All these things keep on changing. So that is the responsibility of the design department, the research department. They keep on modifying the product to make it better and better. Then next is purchase department. The purchasing department buys the material required at the best possible price and on the most reliable delivery to make the various items either on one-off basis for individual jobs or replenish material held in the stores on maximum and minimum levels. So next is the purchasing department. Purchasing department is responsible for purchasing of raw material or whatever equipments are needed by the production department or for production. So they have to keep in mind that the price at which they are buying the material has to be very reliable. Then the is minimum and the delivery is reliable. Okay, means there should be timely delivery. Next is they have mentioned that one-off basis. What does one-off basis mean? This is related to the job shops that we study. Like we have received one order, okay, and when one order is finished, about to finish or has been served, only then we order the material for the next job, or when we receive the orders for a job, only then we purchase the material. We do not stock it. Some companies stock it and some do not, and those who stock it have to maintain a maximum and a minimum level of material. And last component is manufacturing process, sees that the parts are produced as economically as possible for delivery at the time required by the customer and to meet the standards set by the design department. Okay, so these 4 are the components. These work with the production department in order to maintain the smooth functioning of this department. Okay, so this information system keeps now we are not studying the components of the production department. Okay, these are components for the information system that we have established in the production department. Okay, so the information system keeps interacting with all these 4 processes in order to work effectively. All right, so today we'll stop here.